Welcome to the Oakley Sports Report. I'm your host, Sean Doherty, and as always, it is my pleasure to bring to you, the Bear Cub faithful, your sports scores and news from the previous week, as well as what to expect from the week ahead. People say that February is the month of love, and if you're a Bear Cub sports fan, you gotta be loving what is going on in the world of Bear Cub sports. First up on the show, we're taking you to the basketball courts for men's and women's hoops. Both teams are on fire this season and looking to advance into the playoffs next week. The men's team has an overall record of 23-4 and is undefeated in the Big 8 Conference with a 12-0 record. The team's victory against Modesto with a final of 75-65 on February 10th at Hale Pavilion clinched the Big 8 Conference title for the Bear Cubs. The men are riding a 12-game winning streak and are peaking at the right time. Sports fans know momentum is everything. This week, the men head to Stockton and will match up with Delta College on Valentine's Day. Then on February 16th, the men will end their conference schedule at home versus Cosumnes River. After conference, the team will prepare for the playoffs, and depending on the final seeding, will most likely host a home playoff game on February 22nd here at Hale Pavilion. The team is currently ranked 3rd in the state and 2nd in the North region. The women's team have been playing at a very high level all season and currently has a 1-game lead over Cosumnes River in the fight to win the conference. The women's team is 20-6 overall and 11-1 in the conference. The women rolled to a 71-54 victory over American River in Sacramento on February 7th. Then came back home to beat Modesto 78-52 on February 10th. Up next for the women is Delta College on Valentine's Day in Stockton before a showdown against rival Cosumnes River here on February 16th. And that game is the last game on the conference schedule and may decide the conference champion. Cosumnes has a 10-2 conference record and has the tiebreaker over the Bear Cubs after beating them in January. If the women win their conference, they will likely host a playoff game at Hale Pavilion on February 22nd, depending on the final seeding. The women's ranking climbed this week from the 14th spot to tie for the 11th spot in the state rankings. Come out and support the Bear Cubs basketball teams as they make their final push of the regular season and head into the Big 8 playoffs. The Bear Cubs golf team has started out this season on a strong foot. The boys finished second in the Stanford Tourney with an overall score of 379, and then took on Delta in Stockton and won that match shooting a 368. Up next for our golfers is Sierra on the 14th in Roseville, and then 2 days later take on American River in Sacramento. Men's tennis also started off very strong. On the 9th, the men took on Mission College and won 7-2, and then took on Foothill and won that match 8-0. Up next for the Bear Cubs is Fresno City College in Fresno on the 16th, and then the Modesto tournament the following day. The women's tennis team has also started out the season nicely. They are 3-0, and on the 9th defeated Mission College 9-0 in Santa Clara, then finished second out of 12 teams in the Mission tournament over the weekend. On the diamond, the men's baseball team has started the year on a roll. The Bear Cubs are 5-0 to start the season. Last Wednesday, the Bear Cubs took on Canada from Redwood City and handled that game nicely, winning 9-1. Then on Thursday, took on Alone and won 5-3 here at the JC. And finally on Friday, the Bear Cubs took on Mendocino and delivered a shutout, winning 7-0. The Bear Cubs are averaging a staggering 8 runs per game and have a team ERA of just 2.20. The Bear Cubs also have a plus 29 run differential and are playing solid on all levels, pitching, hitting, and defense. Over to softball, the Bear Cubs have been playing very well. They are 3-2 so far in the season. On the 8th, however, the Bear Cubs took Community College San Francisco and walloped CCSF 17-0. Then on the 10th, the Bear Cubs split a doubleheader, first beating Shabbat 14-6 in the first game, then losing the later game 9-13. Coming up for the ladies is a doubleheader against Yuba on the 16th here at the JC. The first game starts at 12:30, with the second game having a 2:30 start time. Then 2 more doubleheaders on Friday and Saturday. Friday, Mendocino and College of the Redwoods come into town, with those games starting at 10 a.m. and noon. And then Saturday, the team heads to Marin to take on College of Marin and West Valley with the same start times. Another update on scheduling. The Bear Cubs track and field team opens this week on the 17th with the blue and gold inter-squad match here at the JC track at 10 a.m. Thank you for joining me, Sean Doherty, your host of the Oakleaf Sports Report. I want to wish all of our Bear Cub teams the best of luck in their respective sports this week, and look forward to you joining me next week for your Sports Report update. Go Bear Cubs!